Screamers is a tour through the last 100 years of our history, looking at genocides and why they repeat.
All genocides, known and unknown, accepted or not accepted. It's time to break down all the walls of hypocrisy around the world. Fire! Terror! Demons! Back to the river!
And we do it by taking a musical tour with a rock band that are all grandchildren of survivors of the Armenian Genocide.
The first genocide of the 20th century. The near annihilation of the Armenians in 1915. It is sometimes called the Armenian Holocaust.
If America is not prepared to recognize the murder of 1.5 million people, why should Turkey?
My grandfather's story of how he survived the genocide.
The atrocious things that have happened in their lives.
The music of System of a Down is angry, passionate, in-your-face music. They are saying, as grandchildren of survivors, hey, we have survived, we are here, and we're not gonna sit down and shut up.
It's music with meaning, and I think they express the real truth about what's going on in today's government.
It's got to be taught in all schools. Otherwise, you have more genocide.
Anytime people cleanse their nation of a certain type of minority, it's genocide.
Through their music and their tour through the world, we touch on the locations of genocides in the world, starting with the Armenian Genocide, the first genocide of the 20th century, and taking it right up through Rwanda, Bosnia, looking at Iraqi Kurds, coming right up to Darfur today, asking the question, why is it that when we say never again, we don't seem to mean it?
If it's genocide, then you have to do something about it.
So there's a tendency to say, well, you know, we didn't know. After the Holocaust, you can no longer give that alibi that you didn't know.
We also look at the Holocaust in the context of that, because that's the event that everybody thought was going to be the great deterrent. We would never see genocide again after that, but of course that turns out not to be the case.
We did not immediately call these crimes by their rightful name. Genocide.
In the case of Rwanda, the Clinton administration had refused to say the word genocide, and there were literally State Department memoranda saying, don't use the word genocide because we'll have to do something about it.
All over the world, there were people like me sitting in offices day after day after day who did not fully appreciate the depth and the speed with which you were being engulfed by this unimaginable terror.
He describes the horrors as unimaginable. So it's a new alibi, it's a new twist on an old theme.
And never again must we be shy in the face of the evidence.
I say in a forthright voice, never again.
Never forget and never again.
Screamer is a term we use in the film about people who try to raise the alarm about genocide while it's happening.
Genocide has been committed in Darfur.
After he said it was genocide, he said this determination of genocide requires no further action on the part of the United States government.
I went to where my parents had been killed and lay down near my mother's body.
People are being systematically butchered. We can stop it.
I think we should all be screamers.
Maybe what we can do in this film is to use the enthusiasm and the interest of the young people and send a message to government, send a message out there that we don't have to put up with what's going on now.
Dear Speaker Hastert, I'm writing to personally ask you to do the right thing.
What happened to the Armenian people constitutes genocide.
To bring this up year after year after year serves no useful purpose.
And we will be screening it in Washington and around the country, trying to put pressure on congressmen to not just to recognize the Armenian genocide, but to say, look, Darfur's going on right now. Say something. Stand up and shout. Say something, because this is going on right now. And by raising awareness about that, we can certainly let our congressmen know that we're out there and we're watching.